Hi, I'm Stephen Hand from Archery Supplies. Today we're going to look at the Talon quiver from Conquest Archery. Now, Conquest Archery are kind of incorporating the Black Eagle brand owned by the same person, and they're aimed at the top of the market, so they don't really do cheap stuff. It's expensive, and this quiver is in that market also. So it's not a cheap bow quiver. This is aimed at the elite archer. So let's have a look at it. So this is the box that sort of comes in. Forgive the dusting, I've been ripping up tiles. Barcode down the bottom here. Some of the Conquest stuff doesn't have barcodes, but this has a barcode. It comes in, I'm going to guess, three versions. This is a 5-arrow one. It also comes in a 7-arrow, and I think it also comes in a 3-arrow. It comes in black, mossy oak, Quiver. It may even come in like a real tree as well. So this is the box. Real tree. So sorry, it comes in mossy oak. It's on the back here. If I read mossy oak, real tree, cryptic, and matte black. So if you're into PSE, it's pretty much got you covered. Now, I had an archer come in my shop and said, "Look, I'm looking for a better quality quiver." And I suppose that this is where this quiver sort of comes in. So that's the box. It's empty. This is what the quiver looks like. So little carbon bars here that are nice. This is where the bolts onto your bow, and I'll just grab that. So these are the clips for the arrow, and it's like a strong clip here, so it's like a peg. So if you're used to pegs and you hang out clothes and all things, so it's like a big, you'll see the big spring there. Nice system. So basically just clip straight on like that. That's quite nice. So I always think about how things can be improved. It'd be good to have spares of these. So if you're hunting from a tree, and we generally don't hunt from trees in Australia, to have a spare one of these so you can clip it somewhere. Or let's say you've got two bow quiver. Sorry, you've got two bows. Have two of these. That would be good, and they probably do sell them. I just don't have them because they're just new. So these clamps look nice in the hood. The hood's empty, there's no foam in there. It looks like a well-made quiver. These look like carbon rods. I can't really move these two Allen keys on the bottom to hold it. Now it comes with these things here are for the smaller diameter arrows. So if you're shooting the 166 like a VAP Victory arrow or a carbon one, here's your different arrow holders with the smaller grooves. These little things here are when you want to mount it out further from the bow, because let's say the arrow rest or the sight, you need clearance. Comes with Allen keys, which is nice. Comes with really long screws there, and it'd be really nice if it came with some smaller screws, which it does. So it comes with two size screws, which is such a good thing. It's so good when a manufacturer thinks about everything a shop or a consumer will need and incorporates it in the one package. So the question you're going to ask me about this quiver, seems solid. They're meant to be quite good, so let's just see how an arrow holds in it. So I've got myself a 246 arrow, and a 246 arrows generally come in three sizes: a 246, 204, and a 166. 246 being the thicker. 246, just to run you through: Eastern Power Flights, your gold tip, hunters, the Victory V-Force, Black Eagles, zombies, outlaws are all 246. So let's just try putting this in. Seems pretty easy to clip in. That is, it's not going. I'm applying a heap of force, and it's sort of sticking in there. So that arrow is not coming loose. It's a very firm fit. Now, to get the arrow out, you've got this little tab here. If you press on it, you see it just kind of clips out. and it's silent. So if you're hunting and you're coming up on an animal, you generally want to be quiet. So I'd press that, and I think that's pretty quiet to get out. Okay, so overall, how would I rate this quiver? I think the mechanism to get it on and off is as good as I've seen on any quiver. The camo looks good, nice and compact, not too heavy. Some people complain about quivers being too heavy. In fact, PSE had a quiver with a magnet in their hood to hold the arrows in. That was quite a heavy quiver. It's a quiver I like. Price point on this, I think they're about 150 Australian dollars, which puts it at the elite level. And when you're competing against the $40 quivers, you know, the $40 quiver is going to win for anyone who's got a cheap bow. If you're buying a $200 bow, you're not buying a $140 quiver or a $150 quiver. So this is really aimed for a person who's shooting a good level bow and serious into the hunting. How do I rate it? I rate this quiver, I really do. Out of all the quivers I've sort of played with before, and it's really impressive that the quiver didn't move and the arrow didn't slide, and it's easy to get it in and out. So overall, what's my downside of this quiver? I think it's really easy to get it in and get it out. I like these tabs. The colors are great. It's great, it comes with everything, all the Allen keys and all that. I'm kind of thinking why my hesitation with this, because I did have a customer come in my shop wanting the top line quiver, and I showed him this quiver, but he shot a 166 arrow, fitted inside these, and goes, look, it's too loose. He didn't look in the bottom of the box to realize it actually had different arrow holders, and at the time I didn't see it. So what I'm going to say is that it would be good to have, and it says on here that it contains 2 arrow holders on the back, but he didn't see that, so he didn't actually buy this quiver. So I think maybe the packaging needs to be better so they can see what's inside the box. Because I think it's a good looking quiver, and it's definitely a quiver I would buy, even though the price point is at the top end of town. I like the way it clips on, I like the weight's good, and I like the fact that the arrows don't come loose. That impressed me so much, because every quiver I've used, when I'm shooting and the bow's vibrating, the arrows tend to work their way down, or if you're walking around, the arrows move, and it's like, oh. So I really like this quiver, and a big fan. Oh, there's a little locking thing there, so you can adjust the height of it up or down. I think a little locking thing down the bottom there too. So I think this is a good quiver. So I would rate this, and I would definitely use it. I like this little holder thing. Maybe that's what you use in the tree. So you'd have if you're shooting in a tree, maybe you have a hook and then you hang it in the tree. Probably that's what you do. Like I said, we don't hunt from trees generally in Australia, and there's obviously some Australians who do, but generally we don't. But overall, it's a nice quiver, like it, and the price point is probably fair enough. It's cheaper than a lot of the other top end quivers, and I think it's probably just as good, if not better than most Is it one of the best quivers I've seen? I'm going to say it is. This could be the best quiver I've seen. So yeah, I rate this quiver. I'm Stephen Hand from Archery Supplies, and before you choose your quiver, go and have a look and check this out from Conquest. I rate it. I think it's nice, and obviously when I was moving all around, there was no noise, so I rate that too. The more you shoot, the better you'll shoot. Thanks for watching. Bye.